Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Here's your top mods of the week for Monday, August the 11th through Saturday. That's right, August the 16th. In total, we got 66 mods released this week. 40 of those were new and 26 were updates, and this is encompassing both crossplay and PC-only mods. Starting off with our mods that got the most votes this week. This is a mashup of PC and crossplay mods. We'll let you know which one's which. First up, Welker Farms from Mapper's Paradise at 228 votes. Crossplay mod. Wamsville, New York, also crossplay. This is from DTAP Gaming and Star Spangled Mods with 199 votes. Ron Plateau from Ron Designs, crossplay map, 153 votes. The Liebherr LTM1450 Mobile Crane, crossplay from Rawson Mods, 114 votes. And Dashboard Live, the only PC mod in the top 5 this week. This has got 69 votes from Glowin's Mods. Now we get into the highest rated mods. These have all got over 50 votes each, so that we get kind of an even gameplay here, and surprisingly, all but one of these is PC only. Wild. First one's Unimog U1200 1600 from Peter AH and the whole crew at Modding World. This one's got 50 votes, 4.8 stars. Second, we see Dashboard Live again with 4.7. Dashboard Live Vanilla Vehicles, also 4.7 from the same modders. The Unimog U1250 1450 1650. This is also in Modding World. 55 votes on this one, 4.7 stars as well. And lastly, the Liebherr LTM1450 Mobile Crane from Ross in Mods at 4.6 stars. Now those were our top 5 lists, so here are our top 3 lists. All of these lists have either 5, 4.9, or 4.8 stars, starting with the 5-star rated mods. Perfect scores across the board. Kinze Planter 3660 with 40 votes at 5 stars. This is from Hispano Modding Crossplay Mod. A PC mod, the Nun Magnum pack from Fraser Cow with 14 votes. So not a bunch, but still holding 5 stars. And lastly, I think a bit of a gimme, there was only 3 mods that had 5 stars this week. The Wino Hand Me AGN 200 Prof from Wino. This had 4 votes, but it was all 5 stars. Now we get into our mods with 4.9 stars. Again, there were only 3 mods that had 4.9 stars at the end of the week. The Unia Pozniak 5103 from Presmic 23433. This one had 27 votes. The 100-ton Silo from VN110 with 13. And the Bin Pack from Barney with 11 votes. All of those are crossplay. And rounding it out, mods with 4.8 stars. We had a bunch of them this week, but the ones with the most amount of votes, we had the Unimog U12, 14, and 1600 from Modding World. 50 votes on these. That was PC only, and so is this one, the Ford Series SA from Hulse and Macaron FS. 47 votes on that one. In Lizard HL180 Avare. This was crossplay from Hulse FS. 39 votes on this one. The 4.8 star rating mods were definitely the most intense this week. Now we're going to round it out with DJ's top mods of the week. Up first, we have the Liebherr LTM1450 Mobile Crane from Ross in Mods. This was a super awesome mod back in Farming Simulator 22. It's back in 25, and we've got manual and automatic weights. This is a really cool feature. It's the only customization option other than colors. You can add weights from 10 to 134 tons, which is very cool. And if you go with the manual weights, you're actually able to set them all up yourself. So you can put down a weight frame and then your base weight, and then you can add 5 and 10 ton weights on top of that. Or if you go with the manual, or the automatic weights rather, you could choose which weights you want, and then they'll show up whenever you unfold the crane. But the good thing is, you don't have to take them off when you move it. The one with manual you do, and I flipped it very easily. The crane, definitely top marks for me. Love this thing. Next one I think you should check out is the IH Axial-Flow series from At 26. These just came out yesterday. Super cool. Very happy to see some of these older combines come back, especially that 1600. Absolutely love it. One of my neighbors has 2 of these. It's cool that I get to put their customization options on them as well, because we have extension options as well as US versions. Now, the small 2 only have regular or US, but the 2100's got both, and you can kind of go back and forth. We also have a couple headers and header trailers, and even a corn head to go along with it. No animations on these, but they sound great. They look great. super pumped for them. Another one we got yesterday was the Valtra S Serie. Now, I mentioned in the mod video that we had 2 of these now, and the pictures looked pretty identical. Not exactly, but almost. However, the cool thing about this one, it's got a chip tunage of 520 horsepower in an S Series, a tractor that doesn't even weigh 12 tons. Oh, that's too much power, and I love it. So if you were looking for a little extra power and a great size, there you go. Go for it. If you didn't think I was going to choose the 8450 Windrower pack from BDBSSB, you are crazy. So this is a super unrealistic setup for a loading wagon, or you can use it as a stone picker as well, which I think is very, very cool. You can also turn off the arm collisions. I know those look like tethers. They're not. They're the windrows that pull it in. If you've watched any of my Farm Sim 19 or 22 videos, I used something kind of like this. However, it was a really, really big one. But this is modified so that I won't modify it anymore. It's got everything that I could possibly want. It's got all the colors under the rainbow. I've got my custom toothpaste, so I could throw that on there if I wanted to. It's got one of my favorite covers on here in the game. Capacity's up to 1 million liters. Side materials, which could be changed. And I can even take off that stupid billboard on the back. What more could you want? I love it, I love it, I love it. You can also change up the colors of the logos, so if you want them to disappear, well, you could do that too. Now, I put my list together first before finding out the official lists, and I too had the Kinze Planter 3660 on here as well. This will do some pretty wild and crazy stuff, including only seeds, or seeds and fertilizer, which is very nice. This is not in the base game, but it was in 22. I don't know why I wasn't, but hey, it's here now. You've got ridge markers, which you could take off, which I'm super happy about. Colors, which you can change up. No branding on this one, which I'm all right with. And it holds up to 100,000 liters, which is kind of neat. It's also direct drilled. It's like the planter that you need. Also, I really like making things John Deere. I can't tell you why. I love making everything just a John Deere color. I think it's because we didn't have John Deere for so long. So that's cool. The only problem is the Kinze logos are still blue, which is it's a bit of a problem. Hopefully that gets changed in the next update. Along the same lines, the Väderstad Tempo L16. This is kind of a planter version, not a direct drill. Would have been nice if Hispano added that. But we can go up to 150,000 liters of seed and fertilizer on here. So if you want to do that, you can. You cannot take off the fertilizer though, which is a little bit irritating. It is what it is. Nonetheless, both of those were conversions, but I'm a big fan, so check them out. I'm sure if we could count votes, Straw Harvest would be on the list. We can't because this is technically a DLC. However, it's a mod, I guess, at the end of it was a DLC in 17, a mod in 19, a mod in 22, and now it's a DLC again because evidently Giants thought that people were complaining, so their mod folders were getting full. Yeah, they were. It's because the mod folders aren't big enough. But we won't talk about that, I guess. Is that a taboo topic? I don't know. I think we should have unlimited space, but I know it doesn't work like that. Nonetheless, I thought Straw Harvest was pretty cool. Definitely check it out. Although, I will tell you this. If you buy this guy and you go empty on the square bale twine, it's not going to pick anything up. I don't know what happened, but it works, but I guess it just doesn't think any's in there. You could load it up if you want, but it's not going to work. So definitely go with that. But the good thing is, apparently it doesn't go down if you load it up like this, or automatically. So just choose this one for now, and then when it gets updated, we'll be good to go. And if you couldn't tell by the intro, I'm a big fan of the Welker Farms map. As a matter of fact, last night I was going through watching videos, seeing how they made their monster bud, or that, was it the 7442 or whatever the new big bud that they've been making over the past like 10 months or something. Check that out. The new Demco cart, which I thought was cool, the big buddy. I used to be a huge fan of Welkers on YouTube, and when I started making videos, I kind of quit watching a lot of the real life farmers like Millennial Farms and Welkers, just to name a couple of them. But I'm starting to kind of watch a little bit more of them in the evenings now, and this map is super, super nostalgic for that. So definitely check it out, although because there's a lot of straights, traffic seems to be a problem, and they're just going to pile up behind this guy. That happened when I was doing my map preview and I had to turn the traffic on and off. You get a lot of equipment. It's Welker Farms and Farm Sim, man. check it out. I also had a couple honorary mentions, the Unimog, the Double Zeros, and the 50 series on here as well. Just super pumped to see them. It's not the first Unimog, so we've got it. We know it's not the last ones we're getting either, but it's still pretty cool. Modding World did a really good job with these, or Modding Welt. So, big shout out to those guys. And of course, we got to give a shouty outie to Hulse and Macaron FS for their Ford Series SA. According to their social media, the intention was to get this pack onto all platforms. However, I think they were kind of slapped in the face with it. No, we're not accepting this for consoles. So, does it raise more questions than answers? Yeah, absolutely. We thought Ford was in the game. Maybe Ford tractors are not in license. They're just licensed for the DLC. Do you think that's the case? Do you think that's fair? Is it a different scenario? Nobody knows. Nonetheless, it would be nice if Giants would clear that up with a solid statement, but we'll never get that. And unfortunately, that's how we have to end the video. So there you go. Those are DJ's top mods of the week. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. And join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. If your top mod list is different than mine, please let me know what it is. And if you think there's another category like best mods that got the worst votes or something like that, hey, let me know that as well. I'll definitely look into it. Nonetheless, have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one.